What's going on, everybody? My name is Ben and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while, about 10 weeks or so since I've last uploaded a video here on YouTube, and I gotta tell you, life has been absolutely crazy. You know, I haven't been able to really be on YouTube as much as I'd like to be. I've barely watched anybody's videos. I know I've missed a lot of group builds, and we got group builds going on now. I just haven't been in the mood to do anything with model building. It's been just too hectic, too crazy. But I thought, you know what, I kind of want to start getting back into it. I've got that mojo kind of pulling me back into the modeling world. So I thought, let's go ahead and make a quick channel update video, do a little stash update, and just see where I go from here. Take it one step at a time. So let's go ahead and dive right on in with one of the questions I'm sure a few of you have asked: where have I been? And to be honest, I've been here. I just haven't been on YouTube. And the reason being is that, well, life has gotten way too crazy and my personal life just kind of went off the rails. A lot of stuff's been happening, so I just had to pull back and take care of myself, and that's about it. That's where we stand. So I haven't been on YouTube, but I've been here, just too busy to really get involved with anything here on the channel. Also, I gotta tell you that YouTube burnout, it's real. You know, when you put so much effort and time into making YouTube videos and gathering footage and rendering and editing and doing voiceover work and doing all that great stuff that comes with YouTube, not to mention, you know, trying to work, you know, a regular 40-hour work week, plus having to deal with family and friends and the whole deal. It's a lot of work, and I don't get paid for YouTube. YouTube is simply just for fun. I kind of burned out a little bit. No harm in that, you know, I burned out and I had to kind of pull back and reassess and regroup, and I'm hoping to kind of get back into it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing exactly the same type of schedule as I was doing. Probably not, but again, it's going to take me a while to get back into the full swing of things for sure. I'm very, very rusty. We did some renovation here in my garage, and I've actually had a lot of time to go ahead and kind of revamp the workbench. My workbench was absolutely a mess. Bottles of paint everywhere, nothing was organized. I went ahead and I organized everything, got everything cleaned up and neat and tidy, and everything looks fantastic. Hopefully it'll stay like this. And also I was able to get a little bit of time to kind of revamp my lighting situation. I know I talked about my lighting being not that great. So I did go ahead and build a lighting rig out of PVC pipe, so I'd have some static points of light there onto the bench, and hopefully that will work. Also along those same lines is that the lighting rig also gives me different options of camera placement, and I am looking to upgrade my setup a little bit with cameras. I right now only use one camera, that's a Canon Vixia. It's a great camera, but I want something a little nicer. So a friend of mine actually let me borrow their camera. It's a Canon PowerShot, it's a G7X, and I gotta tell you, it is really, really nice. So I thought I would go ahead and make a little bit of a rig, and I'd hook up a camera to get a secondary camera, to get a B camera. And I'm gonna have to kind of play around with it a little bit, but I think it looks pretty neat. Here is the footage. Honestly, I think it is a much nicer looking camera. It's smaller, it's more compact. It's definitely a step up in terms of optical sensors and autofocus and the whole thing. So I like how this looks. I might need to go ahead and get myself one. They're not too expensive either. You know, they're actually very decently priced. So I might need to go out and get myself a Canon PowerShot. That might be what I'm going to be doing soon, at least sooner than later. But aside from all of that, guys, I have been very much interested in jumping back on and getting some modeling done. Now, last you guys have seen, I uploaded my Kelvin build. I think it was episode 11 for the Apollo group build. I did finish that. I just never posted the last video. So look for that coming up hopefully Wednesday. Also, I did not finish my Ben builds with Joe for the lag. That is ready to get back on the bench, push through, and hopefully get that finished up. I also have done a little bit of retail therapy, and I actually picked up a couple of kits. So I thought I would use this opportunity, test out the Canon, and see how it looks with some unboxing. So let's go ahead and dive on in with the very first kit. Now this is a 1/48 scale Tamiya Douglas F4D1 Skyray. I actually have already built this Skyray. I built one years ago, maybe at least 10 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago. And I really, really enjoyed the model. I love these Cold War aircraft, especially the early jets. I just think they're really, really neat looking. And this is one of those that has such a distinctive look. You know, I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and build another one. I'm hoping that with my skills, I think they have improved over the years, and I might be able to do this kit a bit more justice than I did previously. So that's kind of where I'm planning with that. Now I have the full kit here. I have not unwrapped anything on the inside, so if you guys want to see unboxing, let me know. I'll be happy to go ahead and do that. And you never know, it might come in handy for group builds or whatnot, so I'm pretty excited to go ahead and test that one out. Now, also, I've gone a little bit into my sci-fi world, and I know my Sci-Fi Wednesday videos aren't the biggest draw to my channel, but still, it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, so I figured I'd pick up a couple of sci-fi kits. Now, the first kit I have here for you is this. This is the USS Chandra from Star Trek Discovery. Now, say what you will about Star Trek Discovery, I know it's not the best show out there. I personally like DS9 way better, but Star Trek Discovery has some interesting looking ships. And if you guys know me, I'm all about the ships. That's kind of where my interests lie. So I've always enjoyed the USS Chandra, and I just found out that they made a model kit of it. This is kind of small though. It's a 1/2500th scale, so it is relatively tiny, but it's a neat looking ship, very different design. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and build it. And I might, if I get adventurous enough, I might try to go ahead and light it. At least some of the main areas like the warp nacelle and the impulse engines and the deflector dish. So you never know, I might want to get in on that. But as you can see though, this is a tiny, tiny model. This is the size of the saucer right there. That's it. Like I said, it is small. It's only 1/2500th, so it's not like it's a giant kit. But this would be really fun to go ahead and to attempt to try maybe a smaller miniaturized version of a kit that I light, and maybe kind of get used to working with electronics a little bit more, because I had a lot of fun on the Kelvin video, and you guys will see the final finished product of that on Wednesday. I do intend on posting that last video. So that is my USS Chandra from Star Trek Discovery. This is again 1/2500th scale kit, and it is tiny. This, of course, is one of 3 of the 1/2500th scale ships. They've got the Chandra, they've got Enterprise, and they also have the USS Discovery. So very, very cool stuff. But I would love to actually see a larger version of this, like a 1/1000th scale. I think that would be really, really cool. Now, speaking of 1/1000th scale kits, I did actually pick up one more Star Trek kit. And here it is. This is the USS Enterprise from the original series with the Botany Bay from the episode called Space Seed. Now, if you guys know much about Star Trek, you guys will know that Space Seed is where we first introduced to Khan. And we have the whole setup for Wrath of Khan. So awesome, awesome episode. Really, really great movie. Now this is a larger kit. This is 1/1000 scale, and you can see that it is significantly larger than the USS Chandra. So this is going to be a nice kit, and I might want to also try lighting this one as well. But I'm working on the Kelvin. I gotta say, I really enjoy the idea of lighting kits and getting things to glow, and it just adds a lot of really cool effects. So I might want to go ahead and try this as well. Get my hand really kind of adept at lighting kits. I don't know if I will, but it definitely has the potential. So very, very cool stuff. Like I said, the Botany Bay also really, really neat. It's kind of fun to have them displayed at the same time. So this should be really fun. Anyway, moving on to the last kit that I picked up. This is something that I've been meaning to pick up for a while now. I found it on sale online. It's something that I've always wanted to pick up. I never have. This is a 1/32nd scale T2 Hunter Killer tank, also called an HK. This is a gigantic model, guys. This is one of those large tracked vehicles that would kind of drive around the battlefield in Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, just blasting the resistance with their dual laser guns. It's awesome looking tank. Really, really cool. And it's a big model. Like, I can't fit this thing on my bench. This thing is absolutely just dwarfs the top of my bench. But it's got these really cool like spotlights, and it's got these sirens that kind of flash and whatnot on the top of the turret. I would really like to see if I couldn't light this as well. Now again, I might be biting off more than I can chew, and I'm okay if I don't light it, but I'm really hoping to go ahead and throw some LEDs in there and just make it look mean, you know. The scenes from the movies where these things are rolling over like just fields of skulls and whatnot and just crushing buildings and walls, these things look impressive, and they terrified me as a kid. This and the T800 for sure. So this is one of those kits I've always wanted. I just never picked it up, but I have it now, so we'll see how it goes. You never know. So back to the other camera here, guys. We're going to go ahead and call it quits for this video. I just wanted to do a real quick channel update and also do a real quick stash update because I haven't been here on YouTube and it's been a while. So that's where we're going to kind of leave it for now. This Wednesday, we're going to go ahead and put out the last of the USS Kelvin videos, which will show you my final product on that particular kit. I did finish it. I did make it within the deadline. I posted everything on the forum, and then I just fell off of YouTube. So I never had an opportunity to post that last actual episode, but that should be coming up on Wednesday. It'll finish off the Sci-Fi Wednesday Apollo Group Build series that I have there, and then we'll just move on from there and we'll see what else we do. But ultimately, I do want to get back on YouTube. I want to continue making models. I've got a lot of neat ideas that are slowly kind of cropping back up into my thinking, and I'm honestly very excited about the potential of getting a new camera and kind of upping my tech level and my lighting level. I really want to see if I can't make this a little more professional because I enjoy this. It's a fun hobby, really, honestly, it is. Also, while I was gone, I did actually continue to gain subscribers, so that's really cool too. I wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who kind of hung in there with me. I know some of you had sent me private messages and other people had texted me pointing at you, Joe. Thanks for kind of getting me back into the swing of things. I really appreciate it. So it's been nice to have an outreach from my subscribers saying, you know, hey Ben, where are you? What's going on? Hope everything's okay. And I really appreciate that. And yeah, everything is okay. Just sometimes life kicks you. Sometimes things change and shift around and you kind of have to reassess and grab the bull by the horns and get your life back on track. And that's kind of what I had to do. So everything else is moving right along, guys. We're going to see what we can do. I'm not sure when I'm going to be posting videos. I'd like to continue to stick with Mondays being my actual video day, and we'll go ahead and see how my schedule unfolds. I would like to know what you guys thought of the footage for the Canon PowerShot. I like the Vixia. It's a great, very easy to use camera like what I'm shooting on right now, but the PowerShot would be a little nicer optics. It might add a bit to my channel. Do a few more close-ups. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. I think the PowerShot would be a very nice addition to my bag of tricks here on my YouTube channel. We'll see. Let me know what you think of the footage and the camera angle, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, everybody, I wanted to go ahead and say again, thank you so much for being a part of the channel. I know I've been absent for this last couple of months, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to kind of do what you got to do, get your life back in order. And still, I'm not quite back 100%, but I am kind of getting that itch to go ahead and jump in and, well, build some more models. So until our next episode, guys, thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna go ahead and call it quits for today, and I will see everyone on the next episode. Until then, though, stay safe, go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we'll see you back here on the next episode of Ben Builds. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you soon.